My name is Tara Ross, and I am part of the May 2016 team that in just a couple of weeks is traveling to Swaziland, Africa. I have been 4 times, so this is a bit of sacred ground for me, but you may not have even have heard of the country of Swaziland, and that makes sense. It's this tiny little country located in the country of South Africa, and it, despite its tidiness, has some really big titles. It has the highest rate of HIV/AIDS in the world. 200,000 orphaned and vulnerable children living in a population of less than 1 million people. A generation of adults have died from the disease. It is one of the 5 poorest countries in the world. It's currently, as we speak, experiencing an historic drought where herds of livestock are dying, where crops can't be harvested. They can't even be planted because there's not enough water for irrigation. And those crops in one of the 5 poorest countries in the world are needed for food. But the thing that Swaziland does have is it has the most amazing, beautiful, and resilient children. And that is why we are going. In 2007, Capital Church partnered with an organization called Children's Hope Chest, and we became the sponsor of this little piece of land, this little kind of neighborhood, if you will, kind of like a YMCA, for lack of a better term, called the Mkombokati Care Point. And we have 200 kids that come to this care point every day, and they come for simple food. They come to be seen and to be counted for, and to be known, and to be loved, and to learn, to be discipled, to understand how to manage their grief and their pain. Many of them, as children, are heads of the household that they live in. And we get to go to the ends of the earth, and we get to show up, and we get to hug, and we get to love those kids, and we get to do whatever we can in a few days to make their little lives a little easier. And that's where we need your help. This team is going to be bringing some basic supplies. When we woke up this morning, we brushed our teeth and washed our face and took a shower and used soap and put our underwear on and put our socks on and put our shoes on. And those are all things we didn't think twice about or worry about if they were running out. That's not true for these kids. These basic needs are not readily available. A stick of deodorant is not readily available. It's a gift, and we want to give it to them. We want to buy hygiene kits for all 200 kids, and socks, and we want to buy underwear and tights, and we want to buy shoes. These shoes they are wearing are worn out, literally, but they need those specific shoes in order to be admitted into school. We want to buy every child a pair of shoes. We are planning to purchase all of these items in country in Swaziland, despite the fact that they're a little bit more expensive because of their failing economy, and we want to support as best we can in a little way their economy. So we want to purchase those things there. It's $7.50 for a hygiene kit. It's $3.50 for a couple of pairs of underwear. The other thing that we want to do is address a tricky need that every teenage girl has in Swaziland, and that's studied every time once a month it becomes particularly challenging in the area of hygiene, and that prevents them sometimes from going to school. That's not okay with us. We will be bringing each of these 50 plus girls multiple reusable pads and teaching them how to use them. So we're asking for your support of $10. We're asking you for your support of $100. We're asking for whatever it is you feel like you can contribute to this need. And we thank you for the part that you're playing in helping each of these children think a little less about surviving and therefore think more about thriving. Click on the link. Thank you for your generosity.